Okay, one more video. Um, so this is a heavy subject, but it's one that I feel like I need to talk about. I really need to share and be real about it, and um, it's very relevant and very prevalent in the news as of late, and that's the issue of depression and suicide. And unfortunately, in this country, and I'm just going to speak from my perspective as an African American woman, in our community, there's a stigma on, against, for depression and suicide and those type topics. Um, we're always told, especially if you are educated and you seemingly, have arrived or live in a really good situation. There is a saying, you don't know what it's like unless you walk a mile in someone's shoes, right? And so, for me to make judgment or have my own ideas about someone else's situation, not having lived it a moment or walked a mile in their shoes, I don't and am not going to make any judgment on those things. And in terms of depression, it's something that's impacted my life. There's a couple of times, periods in my life where I just, um, I was depressed. Never got it clinically depressed, and I'll tell you why. Um, because if you ever need to work and you want a job, like above a manager or whatever, there is a bureau that collects data on you, not just your credit report, but there is something called MIB, Medical Information Bureau. It collects all data from like all of your insurance claims, um, medical procedures. There is a bureau that connects and compiles all the information about your medical situation. And I think perhaps now there is coming a time of perhaps a watershed moment where there is no longer a stigma, or there won't be a stigma anymore about mental situations and mental health. But it impacts your insurance rates. It impacts not only insurance rates for medical, insurance rates for your home, your car, uh, if you have a claim, if someone hits you. Recently, my husband was rear-ended and injured, and the insurance company that is at fault, or representing the people who were at fault for hitting my husband, they sent him a questionnaire and asked him if he was on drugs or has mental issues. Now, how would that impact their responsibility to pay a claim based on something someone else has done to him? But that is information they collect against you. Like, that is so crazy. Um, and so, lest I digress and share that, because it really annoyed me when I read this stupid information from this insurance company. And it is stupid. Let's be really clear about that. Um, but there's information that is compiled by people, and I will share with you many of these people. These executives, like the C-suite, they're on Xanax, and they go to therapists, and they have their own set of issues, but you know they compartmentalize it because it's them, and they're immune. But people, like the rank and file, the rest of us, there's something wrong with us if we need help or assistance, or we need prescriptions to help us with the same issues that they're dealing with. You follow that? Real crazy. Um, my arm is getting a little tired. So I just wanted to share that um, You're not alone. This will sum up this video real quick. About 3 weeks ago, not my husband, my son asked me a question, and it was I was so proud of him. But he asked me, he said, "Mom, didn't everything start with just one man and one woman? One man and one woman." And he said, if that's the case, if the world started with just, in terms of, you know, humankind, civilization, the world really started with one man and one woman. Aren't we all essentially related some kind of way? And if we're all related some kind of way, aren't we all really brothers and sisters when you think about it? And I asked him the question because I was really curious. What made you think of this? What made you think of this? And he said, I was just thinking, people are so mean to one another. We should be kinder to one another. And if we thought about what really is happening, who we really are, right? We really are all related. Um, it might change how we treat one another. And so I want to leave that with you. Um, you just never know what's going on in here and right here. And it doesn't take a whole lot to just be nice and ask, how are you doing, and really mean it, not just saying it because you just feel like it's just something to say to get the day ahead, and actually stopping and taking the time to listen to what someone has to say. You just never know how it will um, be a gift to you, but a blessing to them. So let's be kind to one another and check on one another and pray for one another. Even if you don't believe in it, send them love. Send them happy thoughts. Even the ones that cut you off when you're driving, or cut in line when you're waiting to pay for something, or they're not very nice out and about. Most people are doing the best that they can do. They really are. Um, and one just never knows what is going on in their mind, ultimately their heart. And if we just quietly wish them well, you be the change that you're hoping, or you be the nice that you're hoping will be projected to you.